Well, hello friends. Today is T-minus 17 days and counting until that big reveal. And no, the big reveal is not going to be like a Caitlyn Jenner reveal. I can promise you that. I know I got the COVID hair thing going on right now. Be patient with me, folks, okay? You know, I have one hairstylist and she's only open one day a week. So enough of that. Anyway, those of you who don't know, just tag along for the next 17 days and you'll find out what the great reveal is all about. This is going to be part 2 tonight, folks. I'm going to finish troubleshooting my 7-pin or 7-pole or 7-way trailer connector on my truck. In part 1, we discovered what the problem is. The problem is my right turn signal and brake light does not function. And we were able to isolate it to pin number 6 inside this guy right here. That is probably miswired because it works when I apply the brakes, but it does not work when I turn on the right turn signal. Those are 2 separate wires in here. The brake signal is for electronic brakes on a trailer that's equipped with those. I probably have that wired to pin 6. And that means that the left or the right turn signal wire is still stowed away in the wiring harness. So we're gonna break that out tonight and see if we can fix this. Hang in there with me, folks. See you in a bit. All right, folks, so I'm gonna try to do this a little differently in part 2 because in part 1, my hands got in the way quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is just reproduce the problem we saw yesterday just for a brief recap. I have my 2-way flashers on, or my warning hazards on right now, which operates the same brake circuit and both turn signal circuits the same way. So we can see here ground comes in again at pin 1, and the right turn is on pin 6, left turn is on pin 5. So we're going to look at pin 5 first and make sure that it's working. I'm going to ground here. All right, and I'm going to come across here and go to 5. And there is the flashing left turn signal. Okay, I'm going to go to pin 6. As you can see here, pin 6 is not flashing the turn signal. So there's our problem. Let's tear into it. Okay, so my splices are up in here. I'm going to go ahead and take this tape off around here. These 3 wires coming from the connector were supplied with the connector. And one of these is the brake signal. The other one is the 12-volt charging line. And then the third one is the backup lights. So I'm not using those 3. But these are the 3 for the 2 for the tail lights and the 2 turn signals and the brake, and this white wire is the ground. All right, I have more tape here to take off. Let's get that off of there. Okay, so here are our 2 extra stowed wires. They're both green, and this particular wire right here looked green to me. So it's probably a blue wire. So I need to find out which one of these 2 is the actual turn signal. Okay, and we're going to do that the same way here. Now, one thing about this ground is this ground does go back through this harness and is tied into the bumper of my vehicle. So I can pick up my ground at a clean spot on the bumper here. I'm going to do that for this particular test. I could pick it up inside this connector, but since it's not mounted, it's going to be a little hard for me to hold it on that ground. All right? Okay, so I'm going to move this legend out of the way here. Put it up out of the way. Now, I'm going to go ahead and strip some insulation off of these 2 wires. One there, one there. Okay, I'm going to take my test leads and let's see if I can find a spot on the bumper. There is a good connection here on the bumper that is clean. Now if I touch this to one of these wires, hopefully I'll find There it is, folks. So it's the dark green wire. The dark green wire is my right turn signal. So I put the blue wire in its place. This blue wire looked green to me. Can you understand how that can kind of look green? Maybe in the video it doesn't. This is a very new shiny green. This is kind of an old faded green, but really it's a light blue. So I'm going to pull this out of this splice, and we're going to go ahead and fix this. So I know it's the dark green. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one back off short. We're going to turn this one back in on itself. I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Pull that part of the splice off of there. Okay, I'm going to take this green wire. Strip a little piece of this insulation off. All right, and this is the old, what I thought was a green wire. I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off here. We're going to stow that one back, so I'm just going to fold it back on itself like that. I'm going to take my butt splice, put it in there like that. Splice that in place, good and tight. Come over here. I think I'll pull a little bit more insulation off of this. This will go in to the splice. Well, this will be hard to do without an extra hand, but let's see if we can make it happen. You don't want any strands of wire to not make it into this splice, so get it right. Okay, that should be it. Let's get this mounted. I'm going to go ahead and tape this all back up, folks. You don't have to watch that. I'm going to go ahead and get this taped up, get it mounted. We'll test it again. All right, let's get our legend put back in place. Okay, now I've got the connector all repaired, I believe. We're going to go ahead and test the left and right turn signal, which is the brake lights as well. All right, so again, ground right here is on pin 1. I'm going to pick that up right there. Ground on pin 1. And the right turn is on 6, left turn is on 5. Left. Here's our left turn signal. Here's our right. And would you look at that? It's working. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and test the tail lights as well, and we'll consider it a fix at this point. Let me just do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so I now have the headlights on, so let's get in there and test the taillight circuit. Ground will be at pin 1 as usual. Taillights are this top line, taillights and running lights, coming over here to pin 3 right there. And so as you can see, those are on. So we have a fully functional connector at this point. I'm happy. Now if I just had a trailer to connect to it. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed that video. You know, it was kind of a last minute piecemeal thing. I don't really know if I got all the camera angles right or not. I'm going to get in there and edit it, and we'll find out then. It'll be too late. I'm not going to reshoot it. I hope it turned out good. I hope that it'll help you somewhere. I got my stuff fixed, and I am happy with that. By the way, I put this on so that you guys don't have to be bothered by my COVID hair. I know it looks a mess, folks. Don't worry. Things will straighten out eventually, won't they? Yeah. So extend your kindness toward me today, okay? Just be kind to me, all right? Don't mock me about my COVID hair. Guys, really, I love you folks. All the comments. It's hard for me to keep up with them, honestly. I'm falling behind. I admit I'm a loser. I am just totally falling behind. but I am going to try to catch up. You may get replies 2 or 3 days later, but you're going to get a reply, I promise. So if you enjoy the channel, folks, if you're new here, just click the subscribe button, click the bell so you can get notifications. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. That'll help me out a lot. I appreciate it, folks. But you guys out there, regular guests and regular commentators, I love you folks to death. You guys are amazing to me. You keep me going. You motivate me. You encourage me. And that's what love does. That's what kindness does. Let's get out there and be kind to the rest of the world, okay? All right. See ya in T-17? Or was this T-17? I think we're going to see you in T-16. Yeah. See you later.